I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is October 8th, Wednesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So, should be a short video, hopefully, to keep it simple. We talked about this idea, right? Coming back into the weekly open, the liquidity void of price action, and then making a new high, making it not too deep for the seasonality of the pullback in the first quarter in the beginning of this month. And then that's what they did. Still a little suspect at the same time, but, and then yesterday, I know, we mentioning this would be a possibility, but guess what? It wasn't. It did not happen. Very simple. Yeah, it looks ugly. Whatever. Maybe this is better, right? But, oh my God. That literally at the end of the fucking video. Right here. So I mentioned that, the daily wick that we were creating to yesterday, want to see if we dip in, respect 50% and then push up. In a perfect world, if this is the daily, like a 1 minute chart, it's coming back into these consecutive down candles. We pushed up, we came back in, we tapped in. But in a bullish scenario, you don't want to see it come any lower, but it's easily possible that Asia London could have done that, but we don't get that, right? And look how dirty they don't seal it all the way for Nas. But generally speaking, if you're going to get an expansion candle, then, I'm looking at this like, okay, we're going to pop up, we're going to retrace back in and then push back up. A little bit dirty of the drawing, but it's kind of like what we did, right? So, making this simple, you'll see here, by the way, I also forgot something. I always forget something. I knew I was forgetting something. The PM session of yesterday's first and balance, if you drag that out, we literally were just holding that. I mean, look at to the tick. Shit. Let me even go to a 1 minute for you, So literally just hovering right above it. And then using it right there. The daily open gap. It's a classic buy day with a speaker here with consolidations, pretty much. You don't get the ray and then push back up, but that's why you get these higher lows. Now, for example, we should be already pushing down for our next leg down. We're still not getting that. So at this point, you got order flow up, right? This suspect retracement with the liquidity, but you'll notice that sorry, I didn't even look at this. I gotta make this short. So opening range gap, top 25%. Then it closes bullish here with another closed bullish candle there. The price is locked. For example, first imbalance, don't even come to it. Next imbalance, we use it. And then that's real strength right there. But obviously, we came down to wipe out the buyers here to the left side, and then now we're coming up here to wipe out the easy sellers. This was easy selling. And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm pretty sure they know we know, right? Like it can't be, they can't not know. They can't be running this however many $1 trillion algorithm and not know that, right? So that's how I look at it. But you got the retracement here, this just retracement I'm looking at. And then, we're shy of the 3.5 to 4 as far as the projection goes. The previous day's high is what the goal is as well. But when a birdie day like this, that opening range 25%, look at that breakout level right there. Notice how we tag. Can you see the wick? I'm pretty sure you can see the wick. It's hard. It's on the indicator is weird, but breakout level right there, perfect level, 25%. Super bullish. If that's the case, it doesn't come any lower. Obviously the other assets go in there, which is just like, but Nas is turning into like the old Dow where it just goes, right? Obviously not turns, it is, but anyways, so as you see the imbalance here, we push up and then it's a support. We're using it to the tick. So if you didn't have nothing on the chart, algorithmically even, whatever, you'll see that this is literally holding well. No bodies here, but you got some upper lower quadrant, but whatever, doesn't even tap into that first imbalance because that's how bullish it is, right? And then I mean, change of deliveries, oh boy, Um, I don't even know why I got it looking like that. Fuck. So, you got it here, right? Pulling back in that range, even here, okay? Closure above here. It's just signifying really being gone, right? This definitely what I missed yesterday. Why is it so? Um, okay, swing lows as far as that goes. Yesterday we did create one at the end of the day, and then this one pushed up. But then our next swing low, pay attention to this. Next swing low is this right here, which is where the expansion will occur. Now notice we have this down candle. That's the 10 p.m. Then we have this down candle. That's 2 p.m. That's obviously London putting that low in. So then it closes. Now the 6 p.m. opens up. Okay, we already this candle 2 is already closed above that candle 1. You can see that, right? On this one, on this fucking, is that good enough? So we dip in underneath the opening day gap. If someone asked me, do you use the midnight? Do you use the opening day? You could use whatever you want. I like both. I would prefer to initially look at this, the opening day gap, because it's very visual. And then second there, the midnight level. But what's it called? Notice we're sweeping underneath that level, right? So best buys are underneath that open if it's a bullish day. But that next on the swing, this candle 3, you expect that to expand, right? So 6 o'clock it opens, and then which is fucking, I'm not gonna get into it too much, man. I can't. I gotta make this short. I know I made a 35-minute video. I don't know if people dropped watching it, but like, you want me to explain it? I gotta explain it, right? But anything above this level is pretty much that wick underneath, and then above it is body. So that 4-hour candle, it's pushing and it's holding for the 9:30 and up to the 10 o'clock closure. So because it closes at what? 10 o'clock, right? So now you have 10 o'clock. Okay, all right, here. I think it was this guy. Yep, this guy right here. Notice. Okay, look at this fire. No wick here on that candle. So we push all the way up. It's a 10 o'clock candle right now. No wick on it. It's expanding, but it retraces back. Bink. Barely touches that fucking wick. The wickless candle. That makes the wick of the 4-hour candle. Didn't have one before. Anyways, before I lead up to that, well, again, that next candle is your expansion candle as well. That's candle 4, right? And that's going for the previous high. So here you can see we push up. I put this one right here just to see, and then you see bodies here. So if this was, like, for example, if this was gonna sell here, right? Like, it should never be up here, and then this candle should never dip in at 50% and then close back up. Like, you shouldn't see that, right? So now it's a reclaimed imbalance, not an inversion, because you're bullish, so you're gonna be using that to see the bodies follow up. Where did I put this thing at? Yeah, here. Come on. Make this short. I'm trying to be cognizant of. All right, there's another change in delivery right there. Right, pop in, retrace back. Notice it doesn't break that low of that candle. Okay, cool. All right, and then also that's a swing here, right? So swing here, gone. Swing here, and you're trailing your stop to every swing low. If you were holding, then it's a little different conversation. But anyways, then you can see we have another one here, right? So consecutive down candles, and look at the bodies respecting that. Look at this imbalance here with this gap. Using that, body sitting at 50%, really smooth and easy. You don't fight these birdie days. We are bullish, so you obviously know that this is the case. And in my drawing, I push it up and then retrace back. So it's this weak ass shit right here, kind of speaking. But again, look at the daily. Notice how the daily has opened up and put a wick inside the upper 50% quadrant. So let's do this like this. And just for complete sake. Okay, top quadrant. I'm going to push it all the way out. All right, top quadrant. And this 2 o'clock That 1 hour. See that swing right there? Look at the swings. Swing there, swing there, swing there, right? And then obviously the 9 o'clock candle is on this swing on the hourly is dipping in as it is. And look where the low is. Look where the low is. So literally at the closure of yesterday, right? That's algorithmic, right? So now you're catching. You have 1, 2, and 3. 3 is an expansion candle, and then so is 4, right? So pretty basic stuff, but again, I wanted to see it respect that top quadrant. You can see it dipping into that first quadrant right there and missing the 50%. Whatever. Made it very clear yesterday that was a possibility. You got to let me work it when I'm talking because I'm going to miss things. I'm not perfect, and whatever. Retracement. Oh, did we just get into it now? What the hell just happened? Yeah, fuck, bro. Let me tell. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh man, this bitch is moving. So in seasonality, if we're talking about all this AI shit and hey, we are going to be expanding more than normal, right? Like, and this is this train. You just don't fight it and don't stop, right? So you ask yourself, I mean, we're already bullish. Yeah. Did it make sense? Did this look really obvious to come back down into here? Yeah, but guess what? They didn't do it. That range from that low to this high to retracing back was the deep retracement, and now you're seeing the expansion. Wow, motherfuckers. Anyways, so we're getting back to here. We had that gap here, right? Notice how they tick. They don't take out that guy, but they take out the candle. Notice that this down candle gets protected and it doesn't get taken out. And it's literally 50% of the gap of the imbalance right there. You see that? That's not by accident. Then they shift it. So you got the pullback 1, and then 2, 3 drives, and then boom, right there, it's gone. Right? So swing low here, oversold here. Now we've been bumping up here. We retraced short of the first imbalance of the AM session. And then look at the -2 here. Look where the -2 is. See it? Look to the right. See that? See the -2? See how we smack it? We fall short of this on purpose. They do that on purpose. So this is just in a classic buy day, you have your consolidation, push up 1, phase 1 of retracement. All right. And then pretty much this is all phase 2. You got drives, don't get me wrong, but you're going to have a phase in the middle, and then you're going to have a phase at top, and then it's going to pretty much settle down, but they can keep pushing it. That's not really the point is how it looks, right? How that daily profile look like. And number 2, if you look at the low here, what's the low here? It's 25, 0.20, let's just say 0.25. All right, so from here, 0.25, and we're in 930 is here. If the average daily range is going to be 275 points, generally speaking. So this is 25,025 plus 200 points would be 225, and then 50 points would be 270. So 250 as a low hanging fruit. 25,250 is where? Oh, right by these highs over here. So and for that extra 25 points, definitely a clear above here, that's showing you the range of the day. Do you see those 200 points coming down here, or do you see it coming here? Well, once you're up here, it's definitely up here, right? So that's just the logic there. Back to this real quick. So beautiful sell back once we peaked here, and then this candle, this 1032. Notice how we don't take out the high of this up candle. I'm just going to show you one thing. See that? So this sell here, it's great because it's working to come back down as a lower high, right? But notice, like, if you're like a sniper and you catch this, which I did, you're going to, your stop loss is going to be at 50% of that wick, but then you don't want it to go above this high. Otherwise, it'll keep going. Notice how we peak in. Boom, at the open. Let me move it down. You see that? That's not coincidence, right? So anyways, point is that we come back to this down candle, and they've already, so I mention this all the time in drives, this is buy one, retrace. This one's pretty small. So buy one, retrace. Buy two, retrace. Come in to take a induced low, stays inside there, pushes up. Where's move three? Buy three, retraces. Where does it go? Here's the imbalance from yesterday's. This cannot be coincidence. Look at the bodies sitting right there. I could have drawn an imbalance here. That's fine, but that's not coincidence, right? Okay. So move one. I'll just call this 1, 2, 3. All right, and 4, and then here's your fifth, and then bouncing beautifully on that level. That's also, remember, coupled with the 930 level of yesterday. That's on purpose as well. And then birdieing up. I mean, this, so here's the PM session imbalance. Look at the wick of hair outside of it. That's fine. Body staying inside the 50%. Retraces back to it. Specifically, it's not random, but it's a breakout. This here, breakout right there. See that? Support. And anyways, you can see that first, of the PM session. Push it up for all-time highs, and just got into that 3.5 to 4 that I got right here. Move forward. And this says it all here. We had higher lows here with Nas, right? And then we had lower lows here. So this is the strength of Nas, right? Push up, we get that retracement here with that lower high here. And then once we make a lower low here, we got higher lows there. Price is now going to continue. So dollar also pushing up as well, which is just crazy. Price action right now, but whatever. So I've never even changed the I'm gonna delete this for a second. Annoying. And then but anyways, still pushing up. Not really that important here. Again, because the times that we're in, it's just more bullish than anything, especially with Nas. But here, speaker cracking here, liquidity there, Jesus. So we'll see what they do with Friday information, but if they even have an NFP, I don't know. I don't really care. But just sitting in the middle with Dow, speakering hard, came back to a mean reversion. So dump, pump, dump, right? So coming to take out liquidity to the left, coming back up to the liquidity to the left here, above the open for Dow, and then coming right back in as a mean reversion. Let's see what else. Just pretty dirty, pretty ugly. Here, this was enough to end up pushing up for a new high for S&P. So that was good, low enough to take out and get back in this in balance. No bodies here. Bodies respecting. We also did that too, by the way, with Nas. I'm going to mention that in a second so I don't forget. But this more simpler, more reasonable, I should say. Retraces back for the dump, takes out liquidity. But look at how they leave that guy right there, dude. That's dirty. You think they do that on purpose or not? Gotta be. So you see this here? See this right here? Yeah, it looks juicy to run as a sell model, like we did on Monday, right? Yeah. But range from top and then low range, and then now you're breaking new range. I mean, to keep it really simple, if you walked away, then you walked away if you didn't trade. But the swing conversation that we discussed here and everything here held price, and pretty ugly. You in a consolidation reversal, you want to see it raid at least and Generally, it'll raid and come back up, but hey, so bullish that it didn't do it. I was about to say something. Oh yeah, the this one here. Yeah. So notice how yesterday we did tap that again, right? So they're referencing that as well, but anyways, am I being a dead horse here? So all right, so down to a 2.5, then full extension 4.5 of this measurement that I got right there. And then I've been saying, if you remember earlier in the week or weeks, not way more even, I can't even remember. But we're reaching for that. What I mentioned this very clear a long time ago. This 25,400 to 500 level. You got this level here at the 450 ish right there with this projection, literally. Um, 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 yeah. See that? See how we're still drawing to that? Boom. So, okay. Yeah, I've said that, right? If you're watching. Moving forward, the thing is that it's so awkward. Now, again, the seasonality, they pushed it down the 7th and brought it back already on the 8th. We shouldn't be up here in normal cases, right? So we should start expanding the way we are expanding right now, um, to the around the 10th, even 9th. But so little early, and B, our economy with this scam bull run is just more bullish than any other seasonality. I mean, there's nothing really else to say here. And then look how we got this three. Look at this projection that I have here that I did with these 3 down candles. You can see 3.5 to 4 right there. Look at the 25,400 level again. Between the 500, look at that sweet spot right there. So moving forward, it's tough, man. If the quarter has already started, right? I know that sounds stupid. Of course it already started, but like it being a buying situation in this case, we'll say from the 8th, right? From the 7th down here into the 8th. This is supposed to buy up for a while. So give me a second here while I look at something. So we're supposed to be buying up just constantly, fucking birding up higher, high, high, low. Like if it was a 1 minute, just like this, we should be seeing that as far as like the days goes. All the way till the 15th, easily. 15, 16, we'll see a pullback around then. So let me draw it because I know I'm just talking. I don't just be talking, just so you know. I don't just be talking. Let me see here. In general cases, this will, kind of do shit like this. But I'm just gonna say, get in here. Damn. Well, the 16th's over here, so however it fucking looks like here. All right, somewhere 15, 16, something like that, right? And then have a nice retrace back type of shit. I'm just going to use this example for now. And then, kind of continue back for the rest of the well, depending on the 15 year, the 15 year will push up a lot like this, right? So it'll just keep going. And the 5 year is really sloppy. The 30 year is a lot more. I can't get into that right now, man. But we're just birding up there again from an oversold to an overbought in the hour. Oh my god, it looks awesome, right? And what else? Did I make it fucking long? I don't know what else I could say. I feel like I'm supposed to say something, but again, bullish, keeping that gap open, fucking gaps open. It should be illegal, bro. My opinion. I say this all the time. That should be fucking illegal. But whatever. Bullish again there, and I went over all this, right? Yeah. So swing there. Again, didn't want to see a break the previous days. And yeah, pushed up. So again, they could have came down. Could have been super easy to do that, but also super bogus to not take it out. Gonna swing here. Closes above those consecutive down candles. Retraces back into 50% or less than the range, which is 70 probably. And expands. You know what I'm saying? Keep it simple. And this is fire. I don't know what else I can say, but who I don't think there's anyone on the internet not only telling you the day before, but number two, saying these levels 24,000, 25,400, 500. I mean, yeah, probably obvious. And the big figure of 25,000, I mentioned it when we were coming up to it, right? So think of your profile on the day, think of your swings, think of your projections, think of your average daily range, using all these basic structure. I mean, listen, low, yes, there's 3 drives here, but that's the range, and then it retraces, and then it expands for a new range, right? And keeping it that simple is very powerful. All this extra stuff is pretty fire too. I mean, I don't know what else I could say here. Look at the bodies sitting right there in that first imbalance of the PM session yesterday, right? Look at that. This is all signs. Look at the no bodies sitting inside the opening day gap as well. Just fire. I gotta be done. And again, pushing up until 15, 16 for a pullback. Chop around and then push back up. That's it. There's nothing else I can say. So let's see if they tomorrow. And that's the other thing on the daily. What I was trying to say is once we dipped in here, we dipped in it once with this October 3rd. We came up, we dipped in it again, and then look at the body when we close here is above 50% of that down candle, right? And that's another thing that you want to see, just like even if it was a 1-minute chart. And then from here with this, when you have this down candles as a change of delivery, and then you have another one here closing above, coming in, you want to respect obviously 50% of the body of it. Doesn't even dip into the wick right there, but that's fine. But look at the body closure here. That's a big signature there. And we're pretty much respecting this down candle now. This is the down candle that's in control as support. And you expect a lot of bodies to not stay in that body, in this candle, because of the fact that this candle just dipped into these candles. And this becomes a propulsion block, ICT calls it, or whatever. But in general speaking, you'll see that it's there respecting. But the real gift was, this down candle here just pushing into the previous wick, and it's just a swing low, so swing low here, and then this became a swing low because that took out the previous day's low. I'm talking about Tuesdays, right? So this expect expansion. So low of the week, obviously Tuesday, right? So that's your highest probability of the week candle being low. Again, dirty, not sealing that dangle that carrot. But hey, I said it yesterday. They could just say fuck you and just push off, and they did. So that's it. You guys take care. God bless.